Blockhorn is the third legendary tank mech in Mech Arena, and today I'm going to compare all 3 legendary tanks and see which one is the best. There's going to be 10 rounds where we compare stats between these 3 mechs. For each statistic, the mech who comes in first gets 3 points, second place gets 2 points, and last place only gets 1. And at the end, we'll see how many points each mech has and which mech is the best. Also, for every comparison, we'll be using a max legendary pilot and the best possible implants for each scenario. Make sure to watch to the end of the video because you guys do not want to miss this. Now on to round 1, which is HP. Blockhorn comes in 3rd place with 318,220 HP and gains 1 point. The reason this tank has a little less HP than the others is because it often relies on its barrier to block damage rather than its HP itself. 2nd place goes to Vortex with 377,860 HP and gains 2 points, and 1st place of course goes to Bastion with 397,740 HP. Now on to round 2, Speed. Bastion and Vortex actually tie this round with 18 km an hour and earning 1 point each. Blockhorn comes in first with 19 km an hour and gains 2 points. The difference between 18 and 19 kilometers is very minimal though, and in most situations it won't actually make a difference. Now on to round 3, Energy Capacity. Bastion and Vortex tie for 2nd place, both maxing out at 24 energy and each gain 1 point. And Blockhorn comes in 1st place, maxing out 32 energy and gaining 2 points. Now on to round 4, which is the speed each mech has while their abilities are active. 2nd place goes to Blockhorn and Bastion because neither of them gain a speed boost from their ability, and they each gain 1 point. 1st place goes to Vortex, whose speed doubles during its ability. This means its speed goes from 18 km an hour to 36 km an hour. This means that without counting sprint and with the ideal implants, Vortex has an average speed of 27.6 kph, which is nearly that of the fastest mechs in the game like Killshot and Nomad, and it's almost 50% more than both Bastion and Blockhorn. So Vortex gains 3 points for this incredible difference in speed. Now on to round 5, which is the average damage each mech can do while their ability is accounted for. Bastion and Vortex tie for 2nd place because they don't gain a damage boost from their abilities and they both have the same 24 energy capacity. 1st place goes to Blockhorn, who not only has higher energy capacity but also boosts its damage during its ability. With the perfect implants, Blockhorn has an average damage output of 43.35 energy capacity, which is 80% more than Bastion and Vortex. Because of this massive difference, Blockhorn gains 3 points from this round. Now on to round 6, which is the HP each mech can take while its ability is included in the calculation. Bastion comes in 3rd place, being able to tank 457,740 damage with the help of its shield and gains 1 point. Vortex comes in 2nd, being able to tank 755,720 damage with its resistance, gaining 2 points. And Blockhorn comes in 1st place, being able to tank 1,072,870 damage with the help of its barrier and gains 3 points. Now on to round 7, which is ability cooldown. Bastion comes in 3rd place with a 16-second cooldown and gains 1 point. Vortex comes in 2nd place with a 13-second cooldown and gains 2 points. And Blockhorn comes in 1st place with a 9-second cooldown and gains 3 points. Now on to round 7, which is ability duration. Blockhorn comes in 3rd place with a 7-second ability duration and gains 1 point. Vortex comes in 2nd place with an 8-second ability duration and gains 2 points. And Bastion comes in 1st place with an infinite ability duration, gaining 3 points. Now on to round 9, which is ability damage. Blockhorn comes in 3rd place because it has no ability damage and gains 1 point. Bastion comes in 2nd place doing 29,510 damage per ability and gets 2 points. And Vortex comes in 1st place doing 254,176 damage per ability. However, Bastion has a much larger ability radius, meaning it will hit its damage a lot more often than Vortex will be able to. So I calculated the damage each of these abilities can do in 1 minute. Bastion can do up to 147,550 damage per minute, while Vortex can do up to 790,555 damage per minute, which is over 4.3 times as much as Bastion can do. So the clear winner here is Vortex. Now on to the final round, round 10, which is how much damage each of these tank mechs can take in 1 minute. Coming in 3rd place is Bastion, who can tank up to 697,740 damage per minute and gains 1 point. 2nd place goes to Vortex, who can tank up to 755,720 damage per minute. And, drumroll please, coming in 1st place is Blockhorn, who can tank an amazing 4,091,390 damage in a single minute, which gains Blockhorn 3 points. This difference is absolutely crazy, and it's incredible to see how much damage Blockhorn is actually able to take. Now it's time to see the final standings and decide once and for all which tank mech is actually the best. Coming in third place with the bronze medal is Bastion, who had 15 points. And coming in second place with the silver medal is Vortex, who had 19 points. And finally, in first place with the gold medal is Blockhorn, who had 21 points. When I was first making this video, I didn't think that the points would actually reflect how good the mechs are very well, but I think this is actually relatively accurate. Bastion is quite a bit worse than both of these other tanks, and it's really not relevant in the meta anymore. It used to be one of the absolute best, especially before the disc launcher nerf, but now it's not really that good. Vortex is one of the best meta mechs right now, and is used in a lot of top players' hangars. Because of its incredible speed and resistance, it's great for pushing and taking ground, such as capturing beacons or pushing enemy positions, and it's just really hard to kill in general. And Blockhorn doesn't have that speed. Even though Blockhorn has by far the highest damage output in the game, it's not as mobile as Vortex, and mobility is one of the most critical things in Mech Arena. Some of the top mechs are legendary scouts who have really high speed. So in conclusion, Bastion is definitely the number 3 out of these mechs, and Vortex right now is being used as the number 1, but I think that only time is going to tell whether Blockhorn or Vortex takes the top spot as the best legendary tank mech. Blockhorn and Vortex serve very, very different purposes. Vortex is a brawler who can push and take ground and is very hard to kill, and Blockhorn is able to sit back with a damage boost and a protective shield to deal damage to the enemy. They really serve different roles, and I don't know if they'll ever be really comparable, except for the fact that they're both technically tank class. Anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. It took me a long time and a lot of calculations. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Comment down below if you have any thoughts about this video. And anyways, I will see you guys in the next one.